Hello, everybody. Good morning. Guys, it's Robb Moffett here. I've got a cold. I don't really feel like doing anything today, um, except for making a video. I thought today would be cool to go over my results from the Ancestry.com. About 10 years or so, I gave them the required DNA sample, and they returned back to me my ethnicity, which was an estimate, and it was much more extensive than this. Just the other day, I went in and they've updated it, and I'm no longer things that I used to be, which is interesting. When I first participated with Ancestry.com, their estimate was partly what I thought, Great Britain and Scandinavian and German, but they also said it was a little bit 3% or so of Eastern European, uh, Spain, Italy, Greece, and less than 1% North African, which I thought was cool. I mean, who knows? I could have been related to Hannibal, who was one of my favorite historical characters. I mean, that cat, he went to Italy and fought Rome for 15 years on their home territory. He was one of the coolest generals there ever was. Took elephants across the Pyrenees to go attack the greatest empire at the time on the planet, and was fairly successful for 15 years. Very interesting. Actually, the whole story about Carthage and the Punic Wars is fascinating, particularly the very last one, how the Romans defeated them. It's just a, and I don't know why they've never made a movie about it. The last siege of Carthage. It's a fascinating story. But I'm sort of getting away from my story. It's all about me. um, like I said, I'm no longer Bulgarian or Latino or Italian. That's sad. Um, I always pretty much knew I was Scandinavian a little bit. My dad always looked like every picture of a Nordic fisherman, red, ruddy face and a dark black hair and blue eyes, and he always looked just like you would expect somebody from the Nordic countries to look like. And I thought I was maybe a little more Scottish than it says I am. I guess because my brother had uh, red hair, and I've always considered myself to be extremely frugal. uh, and the Germanic, I know my grandmother has a lot of German on her side of the family, which I don't know too much about my mom's side of the family. But my grandmother was the person who told me the most about my ancestors. She told me that we did have some ancestors that were related to Ireland, Castle Kearney, or Carney, Castle Carney, Ireland. She said that she didn't say we owned it. Like I know I have friends from Cuba and lived in Miami, and like half of them say they owned a sugar mill when they were living in Cuba. But my grandmother never said we owned Castle Carney. She said that we were groundskeepers, which to me means we grew potatoes. Probably we were sharecroppers. I mean, I don't think we were groundskeepers like in Bill Murray in that movie. I don't think we were on a golf course, but I think that's probably we were more like something like that. Maybe she was just trying to be nice and not say we were peasants. But yeah, she said we were good. But also she said we had family members in England, maybe it was Ireland too, that left to go fight war in America. And when we did go to fight, the king said we didn't have to pay taxes on our property. And after we got to America and we're fighting the Indians, because he's mentioned the Indians, and I think it must have been like in the 1750s when there was the French and Indian Wars, we were fighting, the colonists were fighting, because at that time we were still British colonists. We were fighting the Indians in 1750s. I think it ended in 1754, started in 1752. That's how George Washington got his start. Very vicious fighting. But anyway, yeah, she said we went over there and they were supposed to not make us pay taxes on the property. And so the menfolk went over and they were fighting, and the king decided to collect taxes, and so there was no way to pay the taxes because the men were off fighting wars for the king and they took the property. That sounds a lot like my family. I'm pretty sure that happened. Um, it's like I was always kind of sad when Ancestry said I'm no longer less than 1% North African, because that would have thrown me in the box where I could have got reparations when the Democrats change everything and make America pay reparations to everybody who's from Africa. Well, I could have had my foot in that deal, and now it doesn't look like I'm going to get a penny. Also, no longer Latino or even Italian. Doggone it. So that's how things change. But I'm still kind of happy being from Great Britain and Ireland, Scotland, and Germany and Sweden, Norway. That's kind of cool. Um, although Eastern Europe also would have been fun. I mean, Great Britain, shoot, Great Britain, they conquered the world. They had bigger empire than anybody in the history of the planet. So all the great inventors and things that happened, they gave us the Industrial Revolution. Great Britain, amazing people. It's just kind of sad to see what's happening nowadays with the changes in globalism and immigration and so on. Things are just happening where cultures and people are being erased and replaced, and it's just same thing happening everywhere. But it's good to be able to take your DNA and see what's going on, and where your family settled and so on. Um, I'm not from North Africa though. Of course, I won't get reparations, and I don't think, knowing my family, like my grandmother's part of the side of the family, they would have been in the North, so they would have fought on the Union side of the Civil War. So they would have been against slavery. They wouldn't have had any slaves. I think only 4% of the people in the whole country had slaves anyway. And there were almost as many indentured servants that came over and died as there were slaves. But nobody ever talks about that. But I don't think, knowing my family, we probably never had slaves. If we did, we probably rented them. Uh, like I said, we probably were indentured servants to begin with. Um, those are the people that if you were in England and you were fishing on the Lord's River and they caught you catching a trout, they'd put you on a ship and send you to Australia if you were unlucky, and maybe if you were lucky, you'd be an indentured servant for 7 years. Go to Louisiana and drain the swamps. Um, so yeah, that's my DNA. I'm a English, German, Nordic transplant. Went to Midwest, and my family came to Miami 1919, um, and stayed. A lot of people after the Depression and stuff, they went back north and so on. But yeah, we've been here a long time. So it's interesting. Ancestry.com. It'd be interesting to see what you guys have found out about your family. I don't know if everybody in Europe and other places ever even does this, because they just think of themselves as Latvian or Lithuanian, or they have a strong sense of identity, um, which is weakening. But in America, we have an identity as American, but we also are interested in our roots because we all came from someplace else, even though we are very patriotic and pro-American. I know probably more so than people in other countries wish, but now I'm getting off the subject. All right. Um, if you want to read a good book about the end of Carthage and the last Punic War with Rome, read The Reluctant Warriors by a military officer. I forgot his name, but it's a fascinating book. All right. That's it for today. I hope my cold's better by next week. I'm sure it will be. This is the first cold I've had in years. All right, guys. Take care. See you out there.